Good morning and welcome to the show. I'm Kelly Hansen. It's Earth Month and we're not into waste and we're not wasting any time diving right into this morning's round of Hot Topics. New Day Hot Topics is brought to you by Silver Reef Casino. Joining me on today's panel, Seattle-based playwright and creative Zan Herring. Hello, hello, along with her publicist, Rachel Liuzzi. Oh, I nailed it. Executive producer, Joseph. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
I come bearing gifts. Everybody dive in. This is Salt and Straw's Waste Less flavor series, and it spotlights the sustainability for Earth Month that we're celebrating. And we're celebrating the often overlooked ingredients. Here are some: chocolate date tiramisu, cherry red velvet cheesecake, chocolate malted potato chip cupcake, whoa, okay, peanut butter and jelly pound cake, and then a vegan one, rum raisin bundt cake.
And I'm doing the rum.
The vegan one. What do you think, Joseph?
Delicious.
Really?
I love Salt and Straw because their vegan flavors are always really good, and I can't really do dairy that much, so.
Well, there you go.
But I don't really understand how these are Earth Month flavored, to be honest.
I was going to ask the same thing. I was like, what are the overlooked ingredients? Because peanut butter and jelly and pound cake and chocolate all seem, maybe dates?
The potato chip one, maybe that was the one I was most curious to kind of.
Yes, anything chocolate, I'm all in. What do you think?
Cherry red velvet cheesecake. Those all feel well represented in an ice cream capacity, but who am I?
Who am I?
There.
We'll celebrate Earth Month any single time that they put ice cream in front of me.
I just appreciate that, they want to highlight Earth Month. That's great.
Exactly.
There you go.
And they're always all about changing their flavors, seasonal flavors. Rachel, what do you think? Are you a Salt and Straw fan?
Yeah, I like the diversity of flavor offerings, I guess, that they have. I do like that this tiramisu flavor doesn't really give tiramisu to me. It's actually quite salty, but I do like a salted date. The one bite I had of this peanut butter and jelly pound cake flavor is quite good. So I think that's my favorite so far. Eat it. Try it.
I know, share the wealth. Speaking of Earth Day, who's recycling? Who's going green? Who's been trying to, I guess, be more green? Rachel, I'm going to eat.
I like to compost, so I keep my compost bin in the freezer. So I forget.
You do compost, or you like to compost?
I do compost and I like to compost. Both.
Nice.
Both.
Nice.
Thank you for clarifying. But I keep my compost bin in the freezer so that as the food kind of breaks down, you don't get the odors.
That's really smart. My parents need to do that. They don't do that.
No, it's great. And I tried to not put any food scraps in the trash. So that's how I feel I'm making a good contribution to the earth.
You might inspire me now. Yes. Yeah. What about you?
I should be better. In general, I should be better. The smell of compost is so upsetting to me. I also keep it in the freezer, and that does help. But I like to think I make small contributions. I remember in high school, my mom got on to me about not using enough. She was like, I don't think you're using enough toilet paper. The toilet paper roll is not going down enough. And I went, that's a really specific thing to be upset about, Beth. But I remember I told her on the fly, I was like, well, I pee in the shower.
Wow.
And she was like, she goes, that's disgusting, don't do that. And I go, it washes off. That's wild. Why would it be a problem? And then I remember.
You're like, I'm doing my part.
Exactly. She was so upset about it. And then years later, it was like post-college, she calls me one day and she goes, I read an article and they said that a way to be eco was to pee in the shower, and I'm really sorry.
We're on something.
And I go, Mom.
Woman ahead of her time.
Do not apologize to me about a bold-faced lie I told you in high school. So I think that's how I do my part.
You know what? Those are all fresh ideas for me.
And I just have nothing to add after that.
Okay, well then we can move on because you have an incredible solo show coming up, To the Root, at Capitol Hill's Cary Hall on Saturday, April 25th, right?
Yes.
Please tell us about it.
Again, heavily featuring my mom. Not in person, but content.
Aww.
The show is about identity. It's about, the ways in which we wear masks with the people we love and how we can, that's she, that's me. The ways we can remove those masks in such freedom of self, but how do the people we love that we've lived in these masks with, how do we let ourselves be free with them and let them accept the new version of who we are,
Beautiful.
like who we become. So,
what theme would you say is the most difficult for you to talk about when you're on stage, everybody's watching?
I've only ever done the show one time. I wrote it because I'm a procrastinator and I was going to write a show for someone else to do, and then I ended up doing it. But I think the biggest difficulty for me is talking about the pains of like growing up with family and not having them come off poorly, because I never want to write people to have enemies or be bad. I'm like, I want people to understand how much I love my parents and love, you know, the people in my life who have shaped me, my grandma, because the show is so much about them and it is in honor of them. So my quest is to make sure that people commit and go, oh, I can see my family in that. And I can see the love that's there and the acceptance that's there.
I bet a lot of people will have those feelings because, you know, families can be complicated. And just say, you know, I guess we must get to another one-woman force, just like you are, obviously.
Yes.
Madonna, okay. Sabrina Carpenter surprised Coachella attendees this past weekend and brought out the Material Girl for a surprise. Look at them. Oh my gosh, they look incredible. Madonna just released a new song, I Feel So Free, ahead of her new album, Confessions 2, out July 3rd. Some are actually saying she's too old to be doing this kind of music so far, shouldn't have been at Coachella. I don't know. I'm looking at her next to Sabrina Carpenter, and to me, I'm like, you go, girl. This is incredible. What a moment.
Well, no surprise, I'm a huge Madonna fan. And it's just funny to think, like, my mom and her are the exact same age. So when I, like, see Madonna out there, I'm like, oh, I know someone who is 67, so, you know.
You know another 67-year-old person.
I do. But you know what? A lot of the attendees at Coachella did not know who Madonna was. That's part of the...
Stop.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, that's real.
How do you not know who Madonna is?
Well, the young kids, I mean, I don't know, but Madonna's been around for so long. There's so many eras with her, and I just feel lucky. She's doing a sequel to the album of hers that's my favorite from 2005, which is like not even, some would say, primetime Madonna, so... I don't know. I'm just very excited for this, and I'm proud of her, and I'm inspired.
I think she's a legacy artist. I mean, like, my go-to karaoke song is Borderline, which both of you have heard me sing before.
I feel left out.
No,
Should we take it
Let's
now?
No, not now.
No.
This means you have to come to the bar with us.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, that's off of her first album, and that's like an amazing record. And I think that let the artist evolve. All artists evolve, and like I think it's a feat that she is able to do what she does at 67 and look the way that she does doing it. And I think every day you gotta be you. Gotta be you and do your thing.
Getting older is hard enough. Like, don't be critical of people who are still trying to do what they love as they get older. You know?
Snaps on that. April is the perfect time to visit Silver Reef Casino in Ferndale. The resort is celebrating its anniversary month with Road to Riches. Every Saturday in April, you have the shot at winning $100,000. And on April 25th, you could drive home in a 2026 Mercedes-Benz. Scan the QR code on your screen for all the details. Dive in because we're celebrating a little early National Pretzel Day. It's coming up on April 26th, and Wetzel's dropped off pretzels and dips to celebrate. Pretzel fans can stop by participating locations nationwide on Sunday, April 26th from 3 to close to receive a free original pretzel, no purchase necessary. This is my go-to. Every single time I'm at the mall, I swear, even when I'm not hungry, I must have a mall pretzel and walk around. The calories don't count. These little guys with like pepperoni, all the dips, the pigs in the blanket.
Delicious. I love the pigs in the blanket.
This is the one.
I'm saying like protein in it, right? So that's great.
It's honestly a full balanced meal. There's cheese in there somewhere.
Yes. Do you
everything.
all have a go-to mall food, or is it this? Because what are the other answers? I don't know what it could be.
Mine is not a food, it is a beverage, and it's regionally specific. Jamba Juice.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in San Diego, and so like I had Jamba Juice not just in the mall, but like in the world at other Jamba Juice locations.
And I grew up in Spokane, so mine's Orange Julius. But
Yes.
I remember the Orange Julius though at Bellevue Square. It slapped.
Yeah, and I don't know, it just, Jamba Juice had so many flavors, at least when I was a kid and attending the mall with
Do you have a
friends.
go-to smoothie that you still, because there is still a Jamba Juice in Bellevue Square.
I think I always got the Caribbean Passion, which is like mango-y,
Delicious.
passion fruity, so delicious.
Orange
So
Dream
good.
Machine for me.
Yes.
And I still get it.
Or the chocolate or the peanut butter mood if I wanted to feel more desserty.
Oh,
There you go.
decadent.
I'm a mango a-go-go girl.
Oh, that's my
You know,
second.
If you're gonna mango, you gotta a-go-go.
Do you get anything else? Are you a pretzel
I'm
girly?
a pretzel girl.
Okay,
I'm
at
a
the mall?
standard pretzel girl.
Yeah, just the original salt, no, salt?
cinnamon sugar.
Dessert
Yeah,
pretzel.
because I'm a type 1 diabetic and I'm a bad one. So
There it is.
I'm like, do I laugh? Do I laugh?
You can laugh.
I can laugh?
It's laugh or tears, baby. It's laugh or tears.
Okay.
But I love the cinnamon sugar pretzel. I'll stand by it forever.
I
It
know.
is-
I'm more of a savory girly for sure. Joseph,
The
do you-
lemonade.
the lemonade too. Do you have a go-to snack, or what do you do at
You
the
know,
mall?
I don't go to malls that often.
Really?
So
Are you
I
an
feel that
online
about you.
shopper?
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh.
I know. I don't really know.
Where do clothes come from
Last
for you?
time I.
Who's to say? His mother, his
Yeah.
67-year-old mother.
I think I went to Panda Express the last time I was at a mall.
And that's doing it right.
And that's, you know,
Orange
that's-
chicken.
You guys, I had Panda Express yesterday at the airport in
Did it
the
hold up?
Cabo Air. Did
it hold up?
Amazing.
Did you get orange
I was like,
chicken?
if there's
Orange
a Panda
chicken.
Express
There
at
is a
SeaTac,
Panda- no.
I was like, I'm
Breaking
there.
news.
I don't know if there is or not, but we'll have
No,
to
I
figure
don't
that
think-
out.
I don't
But
think
there
there is.
definitely
Yeah.
is one in the Cabo Airport, and so everyone go. I also understand that if you've been to a Mariners game this year, you've probably seen lots of hot dog carts around
There are a
near the
lot.
stadium. King 5 News is actually reporting that King County is seeing a surge in unlicensed food carts. Do you all eat at these food carts, or do you think about this at all if they're unlicensed?
Whether it's licensed or not, it's still kind of a gamble, I think, to get hot dogs off the street. So,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I've done it before, though, clearly.
Oh, of course. A Seattle dog, that's the only way that I get
in
one, I guess.
I went to Seattle U, and the campus is
Capitol
like right
Hill,
Capitol
yeah.
Hill, and so I feel like most Friday or Saturday nights out, we would just be getting a
Yep.
Seattle dog from one of the vendors, and like
Lovingly called street meat.
yeah, street
Yes.
meat.
Yep.
Yes.
So, in many cases, I would be as trusting of the carts as any other
Yeah.
like proper restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not
establishment.
checking their license
No.
after going
yeah.
out.
And it's the
so.
same with all
Definitely
the taco stands that have kind of been popping up all over the city too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the
I get
food is made
excited
with
about
love.
it. Yeah.
Intestinal distress will find me anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's
This
a
is a
cart,
theme.
if it's a brick and mortar. So I'll find it anywhere.
There you go. You two work in the theater world and both love baseball. Do you think there's some ties between the two worlds?
Oh yeah, sports is theater for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Riz said it best. Rick Riz. And I have very recently discovered Rick Riz as the entity, which is 7:10 a.m. sports radio. And so I listen to all the games, and we went to a game yesterday, which was great. Go Mariners.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go Mariners.
Yeah.
And I was sad to not hear his beautiful lilt in my ears.
I know. I
So-
interned with the Seattle Mariners, and he was like, obviously has been a big staple there for years and was just the biggest
Icon.
class act back then as he is now. And so going to Mariners games, it really is cinema. I mean, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, you can't like romanticize this more. But speaking of theater, we must know too, there's been a lot of social media buzz on theater etiquette. So Joseph and I wanted to get your all's take. Is it okay to leave before the curtain call, like leaving early?
Oh.
You go first.
What if you have somewhere to be?
Then you
Plan better ahead.
don't.
Okay, you stay. It's rude. You
I
can
think
see
you
it.
should stay.
Okay.
I think that out of respect for the actors, out of respect for their time and the people who put the energy into making the show. Now, that being said, do I work in live performance? So do I sneak out during bows? Sometimes.
Sometimes. Is it kind of distracting then when you're looking out and people are getting up and leaving? Is that what it
I
is,
think
or just
takes
a faux
away,
pas?
It takes away from the experience that you've not only invested your dollars in, but
Yeah.
from all the technical employees and staff and creative team that have been thinking about all the elements that make this package
True,
and make
from
this
start to
experience what it
finish.
is. Because there are always so many more people who are making a performance happen than you even realize, and it
True.
takes away
A lot of
from
producers.
their work and from the audience. Whether, especially if you're in a smaller house with like 100 people, 50 people,
Oh,
like
never.
it's really
Yeah.
distracting.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no, I would
thinking
never.
big theaters,
Same.
but yeah, a small venue, no. Your butt's in that seat
Yeah.
or
Yes.
in that space until
Do you guys
they're
like
off
the standing
stage.
ovations though, even though if it's a lot, or is that also distracting when we're like, we're up again? I love it.
So I'm pretty snobbish about this because if it is not a stand-worthy performance, I am sitting.
Oh.
Nothing can get me out of the chair. You do not
You gotta earn that.
You
Earn
have
that
to earn
stand.
it.
Yeah.
You have to earn a standing
Yeah,
O.
and it's a-
And now people just shoot up because they're like, oh my gosh, I recognize him from TV. I'm gonna stand up. And I'm like, no.
No.
Did he earn you physically rising?
Fair.
Yeah, if you're not moved by the performance, I think it's a really good way to practice not leaning into groupthink and like asserting your own opinion about this was fun,
therapy.
but it wasn't.
Yeah. Theater is therapy and baseball.
Yeah, I've left an intermission before. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Not many times, but I have
But leaving
before.
an intermission is more
Courteous.
Appropriate
yes,
and
than
courteous.
leaving
Yes.
like way before curtain call.
Well, I promise we're not going to leave early for your show. Absolutely
better
not.
not.
The one-woman show, To the Root at Cary Hall, is coming up. And thank you to you all for spending time with us today. And for more New Day fun, subscribe on YouTube and be sure to download King 5 Plus for free. Don't forget to enjoy your new day. And we'll see you next time.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Silver Reef Casino, your Northwest Washington destination, just off I-5 at exit 260.